Hello my Nectarines, Nono here back with another video. I'm kind of in the mood to experiment a bit with some nail art today, so that's exactly what we're going to be doing. And to do that, we're going to need some nails, so I'm quickly going to be attaching my BTArtbox Xcode tips from the Bear collection. These come completely new, so you can play around with them. I don't like wasting my tips, so I'm finishing this strip, and then the nice thing is that I still have more. If you guys would like to get your hands on these, don't forget I do have a discount code, which is Necta10. Now for the application, I wanted to switch it up a bit. Today we're going to be trying the 6-in-1 nail glue from Born Pretty. It is said to be a base gel, a nail strengthener, a nail extender. You can use it to attach your tips, a blooming gel, a top coat. You can use it to attach transfer foil. Sis is multi-talented and I'm here for it. One thing I noticed is that it's nice and thick, so that is great, especially if you're going to be applying your full cover tips. That way it's not going to float all over the place and flood your cuticles, which we all hate. I'm going to be using my gooseneck lamp to flash cure my tips into place, and as you guys saw earlier, I did size them. And now when it came to the application, I kind of just eyeballed it and used the same amount I normally use when I'm attaching my full cover tips. Immediately when I was done flash curing the thumb, I could tell that it is so skew and there's no getting around it, you guys. We're gonna have to take it off and start again, but I went ahead and continued with the rest, and thank goodness I attached them straight. And then once it was done, I flash cured my lamp for 60 seconds. Now let's take off this thumb. Remember in the beginning I told you guys that I have peel off base. Now usually I'm able to just pop the nail off when I'm done. This time around this nail would not budge, but I remembered that Born Pretty also sent me their nail Debonder. Now as you guys can see, it removes solid glue gel, glue tabs, and the 6-in-1 glue. Oh, and I think it also removes press-on nail glue. Now when you open it up, it's got like a little sponge that's cut into like an X, and that's where you insert your finger. In the ingredients, it doesn't really show acetone, but it just shows like really light ingredients, I think, nothing toxic. And it recommends that you put your finger in there for 55 seconds. Now it feels nice and squishy and liquidy in there, but after 55 seconds, you guys, my nail was still attached and it was a little bit painful, so I didn't want to pry this nail off any further. So I inserted my finger back into the debonder, and this time around I gave it a good 3 to 4 minutes, and then only then I could start feeling that it's loosening up a bit. Now when I went to the site, I found that a lot of people complained about this specific product not working, and I think it's because the recommended time is a little bit too short. I would say if you purchase this product, definitely cure a little bit longer. And I think this product would be great for people who do their own press-on nails at home or their own nails in general at home. As you guys can see, my skin looks nice and moisturized. It's not overly parched, and my natural nail isn't uncomfortable. I think this is a great product, and yeah, if you're curious about it, definitely check it out. And now let's finally get to the nail art, you guys. These 3 products right here are what we're going to be using for today's nail art. And let me quickly show you guys. We have the poking gel and the poking base coat. And if you guys are like, what is Nono talking about? I don't know if you guys remember last year, there was this like really cool fun gel that mostly Korean nail artists were using, and they would poke at it and like write words, and it would expand, and it looked really, really cool. That's basically what poking gel is. It kind of reminds me of blooming gel, but in reverse. So to activate it, you need the base coat, and then you cure the base coat, and afterwards you would go in with the actual gel itself. And you'll notice as I'm writing on it, the letters are starting to expand. This gel is so much fun. I could do this for hours, you guys. You can do flowers, you can do patterns, you can do zigzags, you can do box. Listen, endless hours. Endless hours of fun. And I think for now they only come in black and white on this site. And you guys, like, I'm just obsessed with this poking gel. It is so fun. Oh, and I forgot to mention, one of my favorite things about the poking gel is that if you're not happy with the design, you can just take your nail art brush, swipe it across, and then you have a blank canvas to create another design again. And I thought that was so convenient. You don't have to wipe the gel completely off the nail. You just keep creating and creating and creating until you're happy. We're also going to be using this cat eye gel in the shade Mint Chocolate. It kind of threw me off a bit because sometimes when you hear mint chocolate, you're thinking brown and green. It does have a brown undertone. I demagnetized it so you guys can see that it's got like a nice translucent brown shade, but the cat eye shift kind of confused me. It's got like an aqua blue to almost gray tone instead of a green, so it kind of threw me off a bit. But anyway, I found the shift to be really beautiful, and we're going to be using both products in today's nail art. So for what I had in mind for today's nail art, I knew I wanted a black base, so I'm going in with this black gel polish from Blingo. It is a local brand, and my favorite thing about it is that it dries non-tacky, so I'm able to go in with chrome directly on it. My favorite thing is how beautifully it shines. There's no top coat on these nails, and this is just one coat, and the best part is that I don't have to go in with another coat and lose that crisp square shape. Off camera, I went and applied my chrome, and we're doing sort of an ombre chrome vibe, so it's only towards the tip, and I kind of just feather it down. I'm using this copperish chrome that I got from Vetsy. By the way, you guys, I won a Vetsy giveaway a while back, and I still have the items. Let me know if you guys would like me to show you the stuff I won in that giveaway. Now we're going in with that chrome on the tip, and I'm applying pressure, and as I go down, I start kind of just feathering it down so that it ombres beautifully. This shade is so pretty, and this is probably one of the best quality chromes I have in my collection, and it also is a cat eye chrome, which is amazing. Off camera, I went and applied my cat eye, and you notice that I strategically applied it in the area where the chrome and the black kind of meet. You know, I wanted to hide that transition there, and to do so, I just apply a thin layer of my cat eye gel, and I don't apply it all the way. I kind of just apply it just up until that line where the chrome ends, and then going in with my ombre brush, I drag the rest of the cat eye all the way up until the tip. I found that the brown base gave the copper chrome such a beautiful finish, so instead of just feathering it, I decided to drag it all the way down, but the ombre brush just allowed me to have that beautiful transition. I did have a bit of a tougher time than usual when it came to magnetizing this specific cat eye, and I couldn't really pinpoint why I was struggling so much. I probably took out 5 or 6 of my magnets and none of them worked. I just couldn't get it to sit and look the way that I really wanted it to, but I gave it my best shot, and you know what, at the end of the day, I think it still looked good. Now let's get into my favorite part about today's nail art. We're going to be applying a thin layer of the poking base gel. To me, it feels and applies exactly like normal non-wipe top coat. I just made sure to apply it thinly and evenly, and then I gave my hand a good 60-second cure in the lamp. Now we're going to be going in with normal top coat, and we're just going to apply a thin layer on top of that poking gel, and it basically does the exact same thing I showed you guys earlier with the black gel, and it just pulls and clumps up and creates this really fascinating effect where it just looks like water droplets on the nail. This was also so much fun to do, you guys. Now, if you find that you're not really happy with how your water droplets are looking, you just take your brush from your top coat and you just swipe it over, and it starts the whole process all over again. And now I did go in with some extra dots of the top coat just to make it look more realistic, but definitely my favorite part is just applying the top coat and just watch it just pull and shrivel up and create these really cool droplets on the nail. I finished off the rest of my nails off camera, and as always now we're just applying a generous amount of cuticle oil, and I definitely feel like I scratched my experimenting itch today because I love that I got to try new products that I wasn't familiar with and created this really stunning set. I had so much fun doing this set, you guys, and I just had fun. Okay, I had fun. I don't know what else to say. If you guys would like to try any of the products I was experimenting with today, I will link them all in the description box, and I also do have a discount code with Born Pretty, which is Necta 10, so also definitely utilize that. Let me know what you guys think of a little water droplet set, and I love hearing from you guys. You guys leave the best comments in the world. You guys are the best. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day wherever you are. Love you. Bye.